Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I am back with another video, and this time we'll be doing a feel on this set which has been on for 4 weeks. As you guys can see, every charm was still on and we have absolutely no lifting, which is what we always want. So I'm going in and removing the charms with some nippers. And y'all, when I say I was having a hard time, like I was having a hard time. And to apply these, I use my hard gel, which is available on my website. So if you want your charms to stay on like this, make sure you go check it out. But the key to like removing these charms is literally just getting the nippers underneath the charm really good. So making sure that you spread your nippers as far out as you can, and then getting right up under the charm and then just clipping it off. Like I said, I was struggling, y'all. I was getting real irritated, but I finally got all of them off. And then once we remove all of the charms, I am gonna go in with my extra coarse safety drill bit. Yeah, that's what it is. And I'm gonna go in and remove all of that gel polish, following the nail around the cuticle area, and then just like I said, getting rid of the gel polish. So again, this is actually the 3X safety drill bit. I do recommend that, you know, whatever drill bit that you use, that it is a safety one, because with them being so sharp, you definitely don't want to cut your client. And then also during this step, I am using my drill bit at about 15,000 RPMs. But as always, just adjust it to whatever speed you feel comfortable using it at. And then also while I'm doing this, or anytime that I'm using my e-file, as you guys can see, I'm positioning my pinky on the side of my client's finger. And this just helps me with getting stability, and that way my drill is not just all over the place. Like I literally have full control of where my drill is going, because if not, you could possibly cut your client. And then also it just helps with, you know, just putting the right amount of pressure on the nail. That way, you know, you don't leave your drill bit in one spot for too long, which would cause friction. And or, you know, also to where, like, if you don't put enough like power on the nail, or not power, but just enough force on the nail, then you won't be removing the gel polish, if that makes sense. But anyways, now I'm going in and just pushing back the cuticles. This is going to expose the new growth and help with reducing lifting. Next, I'm going in with my 180 sanding band to remove the shine from the natural nail. And during this step, I am using my e-file at 6,000 RPMs. It is going pretty slow, but you definitely don't want to overfile on your client's nail. Like I said, you just want to remove the shine from the natural nail. So when I say that, like, y'all, like literally you just remove the shine. Like, you don't want to sit there and just file on the natural nail, because then you're gonna make it really thin, and so whenever your client removes their acrylics, their nail is gonna be brittle. So just literally removing that shiny layer. After that, we're gonna dust the nails off, and then I'm gonna go in with my primer, and I am using the Extra Bonder by Jcbeautyconcepts. I also use their acrylic and monomer, and I absolutely love them. I do have a promo code for them, so I'll leave that down below. And then for my acrylic brush, I'm using the Alpha brush in a number 10, and it is an oval shape. So grabbing my first bead, placing it closer to the cuticle area, making sure that when I place it like as close as I can to the cuticle, but not on the actual skin. And then very gently patting it down, and then brushing it down towards the tip. And then after I wipe my brush off, I go in and just clean around the cuticle area to make sure that there is no product on the skin. That way we don't get any lifting. Same thing, just getting my bead, placing it down closer to the cuticle area, very gently brushing it down, and then brushing it down towards the tip. And as always, y'all, whenever you're applying acrylic, you want to make sure that you're working super gentle, because if you brush down too hard, you're gonna make that acrylic, I feel like you make it dry a lot faster when you pat really hard. And then also that's how you create like bumps and lumps. So you just want to place it down, pat it really gentle, and then brushing it down. Also, this just prevents you from like brushing product off the nail, because then you're gonna have to go in and add more product. So I do have a video on liquid to powder ratio and just knowing you know, how much liquid, how much powder you need when doing nails. So I'll be sure to link it down below in the description so you guys can go check it out, because as a beginner, that is going to be one of your most important things that you need to know when, you know, just doing acrylic nails. So after we finish applying the acrylic on all of the nails, of course, we're going to move on to the filing part. And then also, I forgot to mention that, of course, you know, whenever you're doing acrylics, you want to focus on just making sure that you always have a nice apex and a good thickness at your tip. That way you don't get any breakage. This client has had these nails on for quite a while, and we just been doing fills the last, I think this is probably her 4th fill, and you know, she hasn't broken any of her nails, she hasn't gotten any lifting at all, and that's just with proper application and, you know, just her taking care of her nails. But anyways, I'm just going in with my 80/80 hand file, and I'm just filing both sides and the free edge at exactly a 90-degree angle to get that perfect coffin shape that I want. I also am filing a little bit more because I do want to make the nail just a little bit more narrow, because that's how she likes them. So when I'm filing on the sides, I'm just putting a little bit more what am I? Yeah, it's a word that I'm trying to think of, but I just can't get it out. But I'm just filing a little bit more on the sides to just make it more narrow. That's what I'm basically trying to say. Also, another thing is whenever you're filing the nails, you want to make sure that you're holding the nail as you're doing it, because if not, you're gonna like basically make the nail kind of wobble around, and it could hurt your client's nail plate. So right here, you see I put my fingers underneath the nail, and then I'm holding the top of the nail with my thumb. That way it's nice and steady as I'm filing. So I'm gonna go ahead and continue doing the same on the rest of the nails. Remember, 90-degree angle on the sides and then 90-degree angle at the free edge, holding your file super straight. So up next, I'm going in with my e-file again, but this time I'm going in with my extra coarse tapered drill bit, and I'm just filing around the cuticle area and just going from the right side all the way over to the left side and just going back and forth. And I do this until I'm able to see where the cuticle is, where the natural nail is, and where the acrylic is. That way I know that the acrylic is not on the skin. And then of course, even though my nails are already nice and smooth, I still go in and file the rest of the nail to make sure that everything is nice and even, filing the sides as well. And then I just go back over the cuticle area, and you just really want to just look at your nail as you're working to know exactly where you need to file, especially if you still have trouble with your nails being too thick or bumpy and lumpy. You definitely want to look at the nails from the sides. That way you know where to file, where those bumps are, so you can file them off. But for the most part, I always do the same thing, just filing around the cuticle area and then filing the rest of the nail. And during this step, I use my e-file at about 11,000 RPMs, but I cannot stress this enough about just using your e-file at whatever speed you feel comfortable using it at, Or if you don't feel comfortable using an e-file at all, I would just recommend using, of course, a hand file and just basically doing the same thing, filing around the cuticle area and then just filing the rest of the nail. Alrighty, so after we finish filing the nails, I'm going in with the buffer, and this is just going to get rid of any of the scratches left on the nails from the hand file or the e-file. So you definitely want to buff them really good. That way you aren't able to see any of the scratches through your polish. After we finish buffing the nails, I'm going to go in and just dust them off, and then I'm going to wipe them off with an alcohol wipe, or you can have your client wash their hands, whatever is more convenient for you. Alrighty, so this is what the nails look like before the polish application. Absolutely flawless. So now I'm just going in and just wiping them off with an alcohol wipe, and then this set, it's gonna be a little much, like it's gonna be a whole bunch of different techniques going on, but I'm excited to show you guys how to do every single one of them. So first off, we're just going in and picking out her charms. All of these charms are from my Amazon storefront, so I'll be sure to leave the link down below. So we're gonna be doing charms, we're gonna be doing a chrome. I am going to go in with some polished nail art and just a little bit of everything. But the first thing that I'm going to start off with is just going in and doing my black gel polish. And this is going to be the base for the chrome. I don't know if you guys have done the chrome lately. I know it was super popular a few years back, and so the way to get the chrome to really pop is by doing a black background. And so I'm just doing one coat, and then after I do the one coat, I cure it for 30 seconds, and then I go in with a top coat and cure for 60 seconds. Alrighty, so after I finish doing the black gel polish, I cure it for 30 seconds, and then I'm going in with my Acrylic gel top coat, and I'm just doing a coat over the black, and then I'm gonna cure for exactly 60 seconds. and then I'm gonna go in with the chrome. Now for the chrome, I do recommend that you use like a little small makeup sponge, like a makeup wedge sponge, and just dip it into your powder. But I didn't have one, so I was just dipping my finger into the chrome and just rubbing it onto the nail. This was a little bit messy, but you just want to make sure that you rub the nail really good for it to give you that mirror effect. So I'm gonna do that on all of, well, actually just these two fingers and then the thumb, and then I'm gonna keep the black on the pinky, just how it is. Then after I finish doing the chrome, I'm gonna go ahead and just dust them off, and then I am gonna have to go in and do a top coat on it before I do anything else. Now on this ring finger, I'm gonna draw a cross, and then after I draw it, I'm gonna fill it in with the black, and then after I cure the black, I'm gonna go in and do the same thing, do the top coat over just the black, and then I'm gonna do the chrome on there as well. Okay, so now I'm just going in with the gel top coat over the black, and I just want to be really careful to not get it on the pink because I just want the chrome right on top of the black. So that's why I'm using my small nail art brush. And same thing, I'm only cure it for 60 seconds, and then I'm going in with the chrome. I'm gonna dust it off, and then now I'm going in with the gel top coat. Next, I'm going in with my hard gel, and this is the same hard gel that I used to apply my charms that were at the beginning of the video. So we know that they're gonna stay on really good. So I just did a little bit of the hard gel and then placed the cross right on top of it. And then you wanna go ahead and cure immediately. That way the like the little charms don't move around. Next, I'm going in and doing the top coat over the chrome. And like I said, y'all, this whole little design is really time consuming just because I'm having to do, like, you know, the black and then top coat, then chrome, and then top coat, and then nail art, and then another top coat. So it definitely did take me a while to do this set, but it turned out really pretty. So just going in, like I said, with the top coat, just cleaning around the cuticle area. And then I am gonna go in and draw more crosses and then add more charms. So on this index finger, I'm just going to be drawing some black and pink crosses. I've already applied the top coat on it, so it's not going to mess up the chrome or anything. So to do these crosses, I am using my small nail art brush. I do have these available on my website. It comes with 3 different size brushes, and I believe this one is like the medium size one. I absolutely love the brushes. They're super easy to work with, so definitely recommend them. So make sure you go check out my website. I'll be sure to leave the link down below. Now going in with a silver gel polish, and I'm just outlining the smile line on this pinky, and then I'm gonna do the same thing on the thumb, except for I'm gonna go in with the black gel polish and curing for 30 seconds. So after this, I'm just gonna go in and apply the last little charms. Again, these charms are on my Amazon storefront list, so I'll be sure to add the link to them, as well as the other charms that you guys seen in the box, and a whole bunch of other nail art items that are super trendy right now. So after I finish applying the charms, I'm just gonna go in and apply the top coat on the rest of the nails. And here is the final look. So they turned out really pretty. It's definitely giving goth babe vibes. So hopefully you guys enjoyed.
As always, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram at GetNail32, and I will see you guys next time.